Hello and welcome to this new lesson in which we are going to talk about the platform that we are going to use to receive data from our web-enabled Arduino board. Now, the platform is called AskSensors.com and it's free to use. That's why we love this platform. Now, this platform will help you get sensors data on the cloud and control actuators easier than ever with the use of web-enabled devices like Arduino if it is connected to internet, Raspberry Pi, ESP, and other boards. It has a user-friendly and easy-to-use Internet of Things interface. Now, the first thing you need to do is to click on Get Started for free. You will get a list of pricing options. We only need the free plan, which is $0 per month. Simply hit the subscribe now. Can allow you to connect up to 2 devices. We only need to connect to one Arduino board and most of the features are available. Now here you need to write your data, your username, your password, and the email address. Okay. Now you need to choose a password and then hit I agree. Click submit. Okay, you cannot use spaces. Anyway, I will write another password. Now click submit. Save your data just to make sure that you will have it when you need it. They sent you an email, which is a confirmation email. So go and check your email to make sure that you can confirm your account before you start using it. Now, as you can see, I already received an email. Here it is. Click activate your account and you should be good to go. Now the account is activated. Hit the login button. Now once you have your account, you need, okay, let's click add. You need to take a quick look. On the left here we have devices. Click on it and as you can see it's asking you, do you want a sensor device or actuator device? I will select a sensor device. You need to do this and create a new sensor. Now, enter a name, let's call it Arduino ESP. You can write a description, I want. Now, you can add modules, and these modules, you can give them a name, a description, and you can simply hit the edit button to change the module name and description. You can even define the sensor location, the latitude and longitude, and you can enable the show sensor location option. Once you are done, click save. You will end up with this page. This is our sensor or our device, Arduino ESP. And here you can see the API key in, which is one of the most important things that you need to consider, because this thing will be used on our Arduino code. Now, as you can see here, you can see the modules that you have assigned, and here we have the API key. So AskSensor supports communication with all networkable microcontroller, bridges, and material with internet connection capability such as Arduino, ESP8266, and other modules. Now, you need to get your API key from your sensor device page, which is basically this key. And the next thing that you need to do is to form the URL. Now, as you can see here, we have our API URL, and this is where you should paste your API key in. So let's copy it and go to the notepad, paste it here. Now we have our key or API key paste here. Now here comes the modules, and the modules are basically the values that we are sending. I only added one module because we are only sending one value, let's say on-off value from our Arduino Uno. But if you have, let's say 5, 6, 8 or even 10 sensors, you can simply keep adding these. Module 1 equal value 1, module 2 equal value 2, and so on. But since I only have one module, I will send only one value, which is this value. Now keep this link, we will need it. Now if you want to test out the link, you can simply copy it on the browser and paste it here, and it should respond with a number. And as you can see here, we have 1 because we have only one module, and this is the value that the API sent to us. So the API key is right, and we can start using it on our Arduino. Now the next step is to draw our dashboard. Now here we have a dashboard, as you can see, and we have custom dashboards and favorite widgets. Now you can go to the custom dashboards and you can create a new dashboard. Now this feature is available for paid accounts, so you can go with the favorite widgets. Now to see the data, we need to visualize it. You need to go back to the devices and sensor devices. From there, you can click on visualize, and when you reach this point, you can see the sensor details and modules. Now here we have the modules. We can easily add a graph to our module, and here it will ask you about the graph details, the x-axis, the y-axis, and the minimum and maximum values. So let's add 0, let's add date for the x-axis, and for the y-axis let's add value. Now you can set the minimum and maximum value, but I will leave it, and you can set the results here. You can set the maximum value to, let's say, 30 or 50 depending on what you are sending. You can change the module title with, let's say, button, and here you can change line, bar, gauge, or whatever you want. I will leave it to line, then hit the save button, and here you are. This is our button graph. You can change this with sensor or whatever you want, and once our Arduino is connected, we can easily see this graph moving, and this will be shown on the practical lesson. Now you can even add alert, so you can enable alert, and you can get email alerts to your email if the max threshold exceeded, let's say, 25, and you need to check every 15 minutes or every 1 day or every 1 week depending on what you need, and we will make it every 15 minutes. If it exceeded 1, click save. So now we have a graph, we have an alert, and we have a module. Now you can again change the module name or anything you want. You can go back to the sensor details. Here we have them, the API key in. You can add as many modules as you want, as we already mentioned. Now you can also show the sensor readings on a graph, like a gauge, but since we only have one module, let's edit the sensor and add an imaginary module. Let's call it analog, edit the name, call it analog, and save the changes. Again, save the sensor. Now we have 2 modules, not 1, so we can add another graph, and from here we can select, let's say, gauge, and we can select the unit to be bar or Celsius. So the green, yellow, red is after let's say 40, green from 0, yellow from 20. The minimum value is 0, and green to 19, from 20 to 39 yellow, which is the color, and red from 40 to 100, and the minimum value and the maximum value are 0 to 100. Let's call it temperature sensor, and hit the save button. Here we have it. We have an analog gauge on the right and a digital graph on the left. This one will be for the temperature. This one will be for the on-off readings that we receive from Arduino. Now again, you can even show the sensor location if you want. You can click edit sensor and you can add any location. Let's copy the example location from here. Here it is, and enable the location. Click save sensor. Now a map will show your sensor location here, and as you can see, we have a graphical interface that shows us almost everything we need to see. The sensor's reading, the sensor location. If it, let's say the location is different, it will show on the map as well, and here you can see the exact sensor location. Here it is. That's it. This is like a quick walkthrough to the Ask Sensor user interface, and how you can create a sensor device, how you can create modules to get different values from your Arduino or Internet of Things based device. If you have any questions, or if you fail to do any of the things that we did here, you can leave a question and we are more than happy. We will help you and solve the issue for you. Next, we will code our Arduino board to send data to this button graph, which are basically on-off signals from Arduino pin. But that's it for this lesson. Thanks for watching. This is Ashraf from Educational Engineering Team.